Hi, I'm Barbie, but she calls me Malibu.
And I'm Barbie, but she calls me Brooklyn.
Like us, so many of you have big dreams,
Problems to solve,
fears to conquer,
and cool stuff you want to learn.
We're here to listen and connect you with remarkable people from all over the world who are experts in their fields.
They've chased their dreams, shattered glass ceilings, and made history.
And they didn't do it alone.
Nope. They asked for help when they needed it, and now they're here to help you. Right here on
The Barbie Podcast.
Welcome back to the Barbie Podcast, Dream Team.
Since this is a podcast, we know you can't see us, obviously. But today, of all days, I really wish you could. We went all out with our outfits.
We felt inspired by our guest and all the beautiful costumes she wore in the videos we watched as part of our research.
So we took ourselves on a little trip to the thrift shop and bought some cool vintage pieces. Judging by what we're wearing, see if you can guess who our guest is. Brooklyn looks amazing. She's wearing tights and a great 90s leotard.
As are you.
As am I. Hers is like an iridescent, purpley, goldish blue. I don't know. It changes color every time you move.
I know. Isn't it cool? I added this black fringe skirt and I've got my braids up in a high bun with a matching scrunchie.
Scrunchies have really made a comeback.
I know, and I love it. I hope your long sleeve black and gold sparkly leotard makes a comeback.
It's kind of itchy, to be honest.
Yeah, vintage leotards will do that to you, I guess. Oh, and we cannot forget your hair. It is something.
My mom helped me tease just the front of it this morning, so it's sort of poofy. She was really excited about helping me. Brought back a lot of memories, she said. We use so much hairspray, I can still taste it.
But it's all in honor of our guest. Dream Team, did you guess who it is yet?
Maybe after we read the Dream Teamer question? Here it is. Hi, Barbie and Barbie. My friends have started going to the indoor ice skating rink a lot. Oh, that's so much fun. I love those. Every week almost. I went for the first time and I couldn't keep my balance. Yeah, I know how that feels. I had to hold onto the wall around the ice, and if I tried to skate away from it, I'd fall. I gave up and sat on the bleachers most of the night. Oh no. I want to keep going so I can hang out with my friends, but I don't want to embarrass myself on the ice. Any tips for me? Yours truly, slips and falls. Oh, wow.
Oh, slips and falls. I know this feeling. It felt like it took me forever to let go of the wall when I first started ice skating.
Yeah, I have fallen on the ice more times than I can count, and I've had a lot of practice. It's totally normal, especially when you're first starting.
But don't just take our word for it. Now's the time that we connect you with the person who has mastered the art and sport of figure skating. She's a 2-time figure skating world champion, a U.S. champion, and in 1992, she brought home the gold medal at the Winter Olympics in Albertville, France.
And she was the first Asian American to win the gold medal in any Winter Olympic competition. She's also the author of many books, a mom, the winner of season 6 of Dancing with the Stars, and she started a kids' literacy program, Always Dream.
She's the one and only Kristi Yamaguchi. I'm pumped. I've been a major fan of Kristi ever since I wrote my first book report about her in 2nd grade.
I know. This is truly a dream come true. We'll be right back, Dream Team, with Kristi Yamaguchi joining us in the studio.
Studio closet.
The Barbie Podcast Studio Closet.
Welcome back, Dream Team.
And a major welcome to Kristi Yamaguchi. Hi, Kristi.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. I am loving these outfits.
Thanks. We are so in love with all the costumes from when you were competing.
Thanks so much. I have to give credit to Lauren Sheehan, who designed a lot of my costumes. I didn't wear one of them today, but I did bring some medals that I won with me. Want to wear one?
Oh my gosh.
This is awesome. Thank you. Totally makes the outfit.
The only thing we're missing is our skates.
That's okay. You won't need them today. We're going to go over a few ice skating basics that you don't really need an ice rink for. You can do these at home or anywhere, really. You want to stand up with me?
Absolutely.
Dream Team, if you can, feel free to do this with us.
It's important to remember that you don't just wake up one day and know how to ice skate. I didn't. It takes a lot of practice. And falling is a part of it. Just like failing is a part of learning. It's how we build resilience and get better. We know we're going to fall on the ice, so let's just go over how to fall and stand back up safely.
That makes so much sense.
Okay, let's put our feet shoulder-width apart, like how we'd stand when we're skating.
This feels about how I would stand on the ice.
That's right, you skate. You know that feeling when you're skating and you start losing your balance?
Yeah, when I first started skating, that's usually when I would try to grab the wall.
Well, Barbie, when that happens, instead of grabbing the wall, I want you to keep your eyes forward, bend down a little, and reach for your knees.
Like this?
Perfect. But let's say that doesn't work and you're still off balance. I want you to bring your hands together, put them close to your heart.
Okay.
And then bend your knees all the way down and act like you're sitting in a chair.
Am I doing it right?
That's right, Barbie. Now sit down on the ice or floor in this instance.
Boop. Seated. I love a boop.
Good. Now we're going to swing our legs behind us and get on our hands and knees. Kinda like a horse.
Oh, table pose in yoga.
Yep. Now bring one leg up, placing your skate, or for now foot, fully flat on the ice. Put your hands on the knee that's up and push off until you bring your other foot up, making sure your skate is flat again.
Ta-da! We're back up.
Great! That's how you fall and get back up safely on the ice. And believe me, you will use that technique a lot.
Yep.
You move so gracefully and with such ease on the ice. It's hard to imagine you were ever learning the basics. How'd you get started?
My older sister Lori actually started skating first when she was 6 and I was only 4. Of course, my older sister was doing it, so I wanted to do it too. My mom said, you're too young. Wait until you're 6 and when you learn how to read, then I'll take you. I kept asking her about it, and then she took us to see the local ice show, and I fell in love even more. As soon as I turned 6, I told her, okay, I'm ready to go skate now. And finally, went to try it for the first time and loved it. Every day, I'd ask when we were going back to the rink.
What did you love about it so much?
Just the freedom I felt physically and emotionally on the ice. I felt the wind rushing past me when I went fast. And I was kind of a shy kid, but being on the ice, I could turn into whoever I wanted.
Because it's more than just a sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also an art. When you skate like I do, you're performing too.
But how did you go from being a 6-year-old kid having fun on the ice to becoming a gold medal winning Olympian?
Through many years of hard work. My very first competition was when I was 8 years old. And I remember my mom telling me that I came in 11th place out of 12 girls. I looked at these girls, wondered why they had shiny medals, and I didn't. My mom said to me, you have to be in the top 3 to get those medals. That's when my competitiveness kicked in. I started going to the rink several times a week. By the time I was in junior high, I went every day before school and sometimes after school, and I competed at least once a month. Once I was 15 or 16, I wanted to go to the Olympics.
Then all that hard work finally paid off. You got to go to the Winter Olympics. What was that like?
Oh, it was incredible. But the whole year leading up to the Olympics, I was seen as the underdog, the person people didn't expect to win.
Really?
Yeah, in the competitions before the Olympics, I kept coming in second place. My biggest competitors were Midori Ito from Japan, Surya Bonali from France, and Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan from the United States. as a group, we were really pushing the boundaries of figure skating at the time. Midori and Tanya were both incorporating this really difficult move in their routine called a triple axel.
Okay, Dream Team, if you don't know what a triple axel is, that's a jump where you leap into the air off of one foot, spin around 3.5 times, and then land on the opposite foot. It's really, really hard to do.
Yeah, and I tried to master it in time for the Olympics. But it just wasn't where I needed it to be. I had to up my game another way.
How'd you do that?
The triple Lutz triple toe combination. That's also a jump where you rotate 3 times in the air, followed by another jump with 3 rotations in the air. It hadn't been done at the Olympics before, but I knew I needed it to win.
I love that you found a new solution when the triple axel wasn't working for you.
But you must have felt so much pressure.
I was so nervous. I remember not wanting to get onto the ice that day and thinking, why am I doing this? But then, right before I went on, I received a note from my choreographer, Sandra Bezic, that said, take a deep breath. This is your moment. You can do it. It settled me down and helped me block everything else out. Once I was out there skating, I didn't think about triple axels or medals. I took one thing at a time, focusing on the program that I practiced every day.
That's incredible. Your choreographer gave you the perfect encouragement right when you needed it.
Yeah, it looks like it's just me on the ice, but there's a whole team behind every figure skater. Many factors, people, and support went into me being able to get to the Olympics.
That makes me wonder about our question from Slips and Falls. If their friends are with them at the ice skating rink, maybe they can get their own little team around them to help them practice.
That's a great idea, Brooklyn. Kristi, your team not only helped you to get to the Olympics, but also win at the Olympics.
That's right. I skated really well, but you know what? I also slipped on one of my best jumps, a triple loop that day. Anything can happen, and even Olympians can slip on the ice.
Gold medal winning Olympians.
Yes. The important thing, though, is that I immediately got back up and kept going. I wouldn't have taken home the gold if I didn't get back up. So, what do you say? Do you want to stand up again and learn some more skating tips?
Standing
Here
up.
we go.
We're going to bend our knees again, low, just like we're sitting in a chair.
Okay.
Now let's check to see that our shoulders are over our knees.
Shoulders over knees. Check.
Perfect. Keep your eyes straight forward, and now we're going to march in this position.
Ice marching. That's cool. March, march, march.
Great job, Barbie. Be patient with yourself, 1 foot at a time. Every time our foot or skate hits the ice, it's flat. Keep doing this, and eventually that march will turn into a glide.
Hey, that's helpful. Thanks, Kristi.
You're welcome.
Kristi, because you helped pave the way, there are now so many Asian American Olympic athletes representing the United States today, like Mirai Nagasu, Chloe Kim, and Julie Chu. What was it like being the first Asian American to win a gold medal at the Winter Olympics?
Honestly, going into it, that wasn't on my mind. I just felt like a California girl going after her dreams in skating. Afterward, it hit me, and I was able to appreciate what it meant. I felt the overwhelming support from the Japanese American community. It made me take a step back and look at the history of Japanese Americans. I am the product of so much sacrifice of the previous generations. It gave me a deeper appreciation for my family, my ancestors, and everything that they had done so that I could pursue my dreams of skating and winning at the Olympics.
That is so beautiful, Kristi. Thank you for joining us on the Barbie Podcast and sharing a little bit of your dream with us today.
And your medals.
It was my pleasure to be here.
We should probably give these back to you before we forget.
And And don't you forget, Dream Team, that mistakes and falls happen. What's important is that you get back up and try again.
And you don't have to do the hard stuff alone. Build a little team around you for support, like we do, right here on this podcast.
We'll catch you next week on
The Barbie Podcast.